Not sponsored or anything. You know, I just like it. I am back again for another video for you guys here today on the channel. A lot of you will be like, oh, it's the original Wrong Note Lamb. Where has he been? Well, that's a good question. You will have noticed I've not been uploading solo vids very regularly, very often, lately. No, I've been very busy doing a production. A lot of you will be well aware by now that Harper, the prequel to our very successful Sons of Satan, is now in the works, and I've been working on that. So, yeah. But don't worry, I've got a team of guys that work on the channel now, so not everything's down to me. We have a rota now, which some people still don't follow. Not pointing any fingers, me. Moving on. However, today I'm here to talk to you about one thing and one thing in particular, and that is my favourite moments on each production directing on Wrong Note. Let's crack on! Let me take you back 7 years ago to when Mocking Ed was released. Now the channel has been ongoing for 10 years, as you know. The 10th anniversary is coming up very, very soon. This December, actually. But Mocking Ed was made 7 years ago, and that was the first actual full production that we did on the channel. It was a five-part mini-series. Each episode was about 10 minutes, in between 8 and 10 minutes. And it was a bit of a nightmare to film at times because of the location of shoots, basically. Yes, I know. We were young. I was 16 at the time, I think, when I made Mocking Ed. 16, 17 maybe? No, I was 17 when I made Sons of Satan. Yes, I lived all the way out in the Bahamas, otherwise known as the Kilsyth Hills. So people didn't want to come up a hill to film Mocking Ed, put it that way. Getting the cast round to film Mocking Ed was a bit of a challenge at times, indeed it was. The most challenging part of the shoot, in fact, and also because it was my first production, so I wasn't used to doing it, I suppose. But I gave it my best shot, and I've learned a lot of things from doing things wrong, basically. Although now I mention it, getting the cast round shouldn't have been an issue because my stepbrother, who lived with us, was the main character. He played Ed. And even at that, it still took us a year to film. I don't quite understand how that happened, if I'm being honest with you. I do believe it's because people weren't sold on the idea of it. The script wasn't brilliant. Although saying that, there was moments within Mocking Ed that I really did feel that I learnt something and enjoyed something from the things that I learned, if that makes any sense at all. As you know, there was a brutal death scene in Mocking Ed. Spoilers alert. You can't watch it anymore anyway, it's been taken off YouTube by YouTube themselves. But my favourite scene to film in Mocking Ed was in fact the fight scene between, what's his face? What's his face? Ed and, can't even fucking remember, Ewan. Ed and Ewan, who Matt played at the time, not Ewan, who we know and love now. Ewan, who Matt played in Mocking Ed. He loves that part, he loves it with his lemon sips, yes. No, he doesn't. He's glad it's gone. I'm fucking glad it's gone too, by the way. Oh, what are you doing with this video? As you know, there's a scene in Mocking Ed where Ed is on the floor getting strangled by Matthew's character, Ewan, and he's looking around for a rock. He's looking around for this rock, and he just gets it, and he just whacks him over the head with it, and then beats him with a rock. We lose a lot of fake blood that day. And milk was wasted because Ed was supposed to throw up. However, the scene did look quite good at moments. At moments it worked, at moments it didn't. But that's just a curve, a learning curve. And if I was to go back and do it again, I'd be so much better now. Let me try that again, boys and girls. If I was to go back and do it again, it would be so much better. There we go. Got there eventually. Sons of Satan. 5 years ago this was released. 5 years ago. It'll be 6 come this summer. Well, 6 now, but I don't think we've started it until about... No, it would have been May. So yeah, maybe we had started it. So it'll be 6 years now. And my God, there are so many scenes in that I just loved directing. Because I loved the script, I loved the characters, I loved that I was doing it with my best friends, and there was nothing about it that I didn't like. We never had any issues on set. Yes, there was always disagreements, but there was never drama as such. Mocking Ed, there was drama, there was issues getting people there, there was problems with lots of things involving that. That was just a sign saying don't make this because it's not going to be received well, which it wasn't. But Mocking Ed, but Sons of Satan was, and we did not expect it to be as successful as it was. All in all, now it's got about, God, 11,000 views altogether. I don't know, I'm just guessing off the top of my head, counting all the views up. A lot anyway, and people wanted more after the 10th episode was done. And I was like, how the hell do we continue from this? We go back and we do a prequel, which then was scrapped because of creative differences. One episode was made and then we decided, nah. Well, they decided, nah. And I was like, what? And they were like, nah. And I was like, why? So I've just spent hours writing the scripts for the whole things and it's not getting done, so what can you do, but what can you do? Our main creative differencer in that scenario was Derek. You know who you are, you silly little weeb wobbin webbin. Yes. Favourite scene to film in Sons of Satan was probably the end fight scene between Axel and Smoke, or Butch's death scene, because I did the makeup artistry effects for that myself. Yes, I know. It was good for a first attempt. I could, again, probably have got somebody that could have done it better there, that day, but we couldn't and we didn't, so I did it. I taught myself how to do it overnight, which is impressive actually considering how it turned out. So much fun, Sons of Satan, and after it was finished we were all kind of blue. We had post filming blues really. We didn't really know what to do with ourselves. Didn't know what was coming next or who was going to be involved or what was going to happen because people were going to college. I was still at school at the time. I was in 6th year. I would have been in 5th or 6th year. Yeah. And all my friends had left school at this point, so I would have been 6th year. I would have been in 6th year. Because all of them were above me. I'm the youngest. Brilliant. I'm the wee baba. That's me. Wee Baba Krug. 4 years ago, Orders was released. Orders, what can I say about it? It was different. With each production I always try and go bigger and better than the last. I don't see why I shouldn't if the last one was successful. But with Orders, it was really ambitious considering the amount of special effects we needed, the amount of prop ones we needed, the shooting schedules we had to be arranged, the amount of actors and cast we needed. The scripts were much longer than Sons of Satan as well. So, yeah, it was bigger all round basically. Orders was definitely our most successful thing that we've done, only because it already had a fan base, if you will. Obviously, it was set in the world of Harry Potter, and I love Harry Potter, the books, the films, and people love fan films as well, I suppose. A lot of them do. Some people don't, but a lot of people do. And that's why, because it was a fan film based around that. Favourite scenes in Orders to direct or be a part of? Definitely the very first scene, the one duel between Django Moody and Klaus and Tyler Greenfilch. That was so much fun to do. Just scratching away at my nipple here, don't mind me. Moving on to the final project. We've only done 4? I thought we'd done more. Oh, he's a poet! He doesn't even know it! Dauber and the Grafter. What is not to love about this? Insane comedy, absolutely mental, Nothing really makes sense, I suppose, in Dobber and Grafter. That's what's so brilliant about it. Anything could happen. We literally decided one day, Ewan came to me and was like, let's make something. I was like, let's do it. He was like, what about this? Two guys in an apartment smoking weeds. I was like, nah mate, we're not smoking the weedy puffs mate. And he was like, why not mate? And I was like, cause mate, we're not into all that stuff mate. That didn't happen. That conversation was just not true. I don't know why I said it. The real conversation went somewhat like this. Ewan, I'm going to write a wee bit today. And he said, let's make something. I was like, cool. And Dobber and Grafter was born. That's literally it. How did this monstrosity, insanities of a show come from that conversation? I will never know. Oh, he's a poet and he doesn't even know it. I just rhymed again, boys. Praise me. Favourite moment on Dobber and Grafter? What can I say except you're welcome. I love the Debt Collector episode. Matt played the Debt Collector to a T. Kieran played Nick Dobber to a T. Ewan played Simon Grafter to a T. I mean, there was not an episode I don't like of Dobber and Grafter, actually. Episode 8 was a wee bit weaker than the rest of them. That's the body swap one when Nick wishes on a star. But other than that, it was actually every episode has so much rewatchability to it. I had some brilliant times on Wrong Note Bros, and I'm so glad to have a team that support me so much, and especially the new cast that have come on for Harper. I couldn't be more thankful for that. Obviously we have some of the originals as well, you know, like Matt and Kieran and Ewan and Ross and the other bros whose names will remain nameless. But those are the four main ones that you see on the screen all the time. But there are more of us. And obviously the new cast for Harper as well, which aren't actually Wrong Note Bros members, but they are here to help, which is more than welcome. I'm so happy with the way it's gone, basically. And we're building up a steady viewing and a steady audience. You know, our subscriber count is going up slowly but surely. It's growing, it's growing, it's growing. And that's thanks to these guys. I could not have done anything that I've done without their help, really. I mean, thank you, guys. Genuinely, it's a pleasure working with you all. Did you think your camera had frozen? Oh, you thought your internet had gone, Zills, mate. I know for a fact that Matthew Boyd Webber went like this to check if he's paused his video by mistake. You did. Don't even lie, you silly old cookie. That is it for this video. I know it was a bit of a fucking sham. It's just for me to reminisce about all the productions we've done over the 10 years. We have... There's so much more I could have talked about, but nah, the video would be too long. I think it's going to be too long anyway. But if you liked the video, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. Who cares? Not me. Subscribe if you are new, and I will catch you on the other side of the Piccadilly Circus. And remember, Harper's coming soon, chaps. Get that hype going, share the posts you see, get the hype going, we want people to see it. It's going to be the best thing since sliced bread, I'll tell you that for nothing. Cheerios, chaps. I'll take this with me.